Stitches. It's Friday the 8th of November and this is video 57. Hello and welcome. I hope you've all had a great stitchy fortnight, and welcome if you're a new subscriber or visiting for the first time. It's great to have you here. I hope you like my channel, and welcome back if you've been here once or twice before, maybe 3 times. Anyway, it's great to have you back with me and to be amongst friends. So what's been happening? Very high pitch there. At the end of during my last episode, I said that the kids were breaking up for a week for their half-term break, and we didn't do a lot. We visited friends. I worked, watched a lot of Flosstube. We visited a museum, just the local museum, and that's about it really. Checked out the new Hobbycraft stitching section. Not that big. I mean, we are talking probably a couple of arm spans. That's about it. They had the full DMC collection, including the new 35 numbers, which I say new, they've been out a couple of years, but we all know how long it takes some of these stores to catch up. And they also had the full, well, I assume it's the full, a 12 section as well, so that's cool. It's nice to know I can get an emergency skein. There we go. I did pick up the couple of skeins I needed to finish Cityscape, and a couple of other bits and bobs, but nothing much really. What else have we done? That's pretty much it really. Yeah. No. Oh, Hub's celebrated his birthday this week, so happy birthday to the technical team. We just had a nice meal, and yeah, not a lot really. I celebrate my birthday next week, so it's all party central here. No. We're still decorated for autumn. Priscilla and Chelsea asked this week about when do you decorate for Christmas. Answer for us is first weekend in December. Yeah, I do pretty much as soon as December hits, I start dragging things out. And Hubs will come home from work and go, as he trips over a box in the hallway, or happens to go into a room and notice it's starting to look a little bit like Christmas. Last year I don't know if I told the story. Last year we have a bay window at the front of our house. It's not a full walk-in bay, but it's a half bay. I don't know what they call them, but it's got a very large windowsill, and I was hanging the Christmas lights in the window. So I was on my hands and knees in the window. It's pitch black outside. Hubs comes home from work. I saw the car pull on the drive. I assumed he's coming through the front door. Which is on the side of our house. So didn't think anything of it. Lottie's going, "There's Dad, there's Dad," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know, the car's just pulled on the drive." He'd crept around and stood, and I'm busy hanging these lights, and I'm up and little command hooks, and I'm yeah, Dad's pulled on the drive. I saw him, and he stands in the window, or stands in front of the window. Scares me half to death. I scream, to the point boy upstairs on the computer flies down the stairs and goes, "What's happened? What's happened?" Lotta goes, "See, I told you Dad was there." Yeah, thanks very much. So yeah. Note to self: wait till he's in the building and then hang lights so he doesn't terrify you again. So yes, there we go. Random Christmas story. I'm not sure if I told this anyway. So yeah. On to the stitchy stuff. I finished Cityscape. I don't know how I'm going to show it because it's really big, and I've just dropped the paper. Oh, we'll just go for it. There we go. Cityscape. So this was a design in World of Cross Stitcher issue 251. It's designed by Zweigart as a way to get you to stitch on their fabric. I think the call for is a pale blue or something like that. I stitched, and at that time so-and-so were out of stock of the one they said, or they didn't have it or whatever. So I just ordered, that's a pale blue, that'll do. That's because that's how I roll. So there we go. I changed the one car, so that estate car there, to look like ours. Basically, I swapped around colours and stuff just to make sure I got my, if I needed extra stitches for a certain colour in Shirl's group, I put extra hot air balloons in to cover that. So there we go, that's the side of it. There we go. So if I move along slowly, you might get to see it all. So that's my oldest whip done. I'm not sure actually how much you saw. There we go. That's my oldest whip done. Which now leaves Elizabeth Shepherd as my oldest whip. And it's going to be the year of Elizabeth next year. So we will get that done. Oh, fold this thing up. Probably about time I pull the needle minder off here as well. That's why it's not folding very well. Folding my needlework inside just as not to terrify Brenda and the serial starter. What else I've been up to? So as soon as I finished that, I jumped onto the one Biscornu for the Great Biscornu swap. Great Biscornu swap. Lots of swapping. I need to post one out next week. So it's all finished. It needs beading and stitching together. So as I did on Facebook, I will show you a sneak peek, because I know Sharon watches my channel, so you get to see what you saw on Instagram, which is that much. So there we go. But it needs to have beads and whatnot put on it. But that was a fun stitch. It was, you know, when things are far more involved than you think they are. Yeah, that one. I changed the colours. The design's by Joan Elliott. I changed the colours. It's not meant to be a Biscornu. I'm making it a Biscornu. You know. So, hey ho. And on with the show. It's very Miranda-ish, if you're familiar with that. What else have I been stitching? I have been stitching and I haven't got a picture of it. Oh, hang on. Let me see if it's one in here. Yes, there is. Thank you, cross stitcher. So I'm stitching the cross stitcher Christmas winter sale thing. They're supplying all that they came fully kitted. I ditched the fabric because it was tiny. The amount of fabric you see around the edge of how they've done theirs is what they gave you, and I still wasn't convinced it was long enough, so I ditched it. Oh, that's funny because they've glued it to the top of a lolly stick. Just not happening. Just not happening. Anyway, I was stitching the first one, hence why there's a big border at the top, and decided actually, now I have my cross-stitch Christmas tree, I thought it would be good to actually stitch them as 3 separate ornaments. So we have the first one finished. Oh, it needs beads and buttons on it still, because there were supposed to be red French knots all in this garland, and no. And all under the bows there are buttons to stitch, so on, but I'm going to do all the beading and buttoning at the end. And then I started on the second one. So that's one tree. Well, yeah, so it's coming out. I like this. I've swapped out the fabric, so this is just I think it's 28 count opalescent one. And when I've sewn together this Biscornu, I shall be using the rest of it to make another ornament. So there we go. Yeah. So this is my daily 30 project. This is my travel project. It's all stuffed in here. I just sort of, actually one thing I was really surprised at was the quantity of threads that Cross Stitcher gave me. And I haven't even put the third set on. And as you can see, I'm quite a way through the second one, and I still have all those threads. And it's crazy amount. And I think that was the red thread left over from the first one. Usually you're kind of going, I don't know, now you've got one strand, like the one single strand from the 6 left, and you're thinking, oh god, I'll eke this out here. So anyway, it's not bad Flosstube. It's not great, but it's not bad. Sometimes it's terrible, but it's not bad this time. Oh, let's pick that up. got jingly bells in this. I'm going all out of order. So actually that is the stitching complete. All over the shop. I was expecting to look up there and realise I wasn't recording. Okay, showed you my FOs? No FFOs. Cityscape's just going on a canvas because that's what attracted me to the design. Was just the fact it was finished on a canvas, so I just need to go and buy one. Sorry, got an appointment and the hamster got up. I was recording about an hour ago and the hamster got up and was making an absolute racket, and my phone I'm recording on is about a foot away from the hamster cage, so I was kind of like, no, I had to stop recording. So I went and potted in the kitchen and whatnot and fed her and she went to bed. So I'm expecting to get back up again. We're gonna go with it. So that's the stitching. What plans? So bead the biscornu. I'm gonna make a couple of tiny biscornu and send it to Mitch and Kerry for the Mittagong Stitchers retreat for their charity. And I can't think what it's called. Yes, I can't think what it's called. Michelle's doing it for her charity this month as well, and as soon as I saw that I thought, yeah, that's a really, really good charity. It's for basically trying to end period poverty and that kind of thing. So yeah, for girls and women. So it's the one thing actually that when we donate to the food bank, I always make sure I put in. So there you go. Right. Plans. Tiny biscornu for Michelle. Bead that biscornu. Start Heather's biscornu. It's all about the biscornu. And then it's all about save. Where are the bees? Where there are bees. Words, people. I am here with it. I have stitched no more. I want to finish it. By my calculations, I can get this done in about 10 days. Can I? Maybe. I was looking at this one and going, oh yeah. So I've just got the bee skep's finished. I've just got that bottom bit, the border, that one to finish. That one to finish. That one to start. I thought, I've just got those borders. And then you think, oh, then there's all that, and I realised I hadn't done those flowers either. So we're going to give it a go. I'm going to get that finished this year. That is the next, I think it's other than Elizabeth Shepherd, that's my next oldest whip, I think. Right, so we're all over the place. I've got things everywhere now surrounding me. Plans, yeah, biscornus and weather bees, and probably carry on working on the cross stitch cell. I really am feeling like I need to get into Christmas spirit, into the Christmas mode now. Right, haul. What have I got? It's not a haul as such, but I put together this. My mum brought me the Christmas ornament DVD a couple of 3 years ago for Christmas, and when I got to it was it's all right, just yeah, so basically I went through the 17 issues of just the ornament edition and saved all the ones I wanted to stitch and basically put them together in a booklet. So I did a lot of copying, cutting and pasting into a document to create this kind of working copy book for me. So, and then I just put it together. That's hence why it says at the top of Kerry's working copies, to make people under no illusion that this is just working copies. I still have the DVD, so I'm not reproducing it. They are just I've gathered all my working copies together, and it's so it's a one, because obviously, you know, as you know, the magazine sometimes there's the picture of the design is there, and then the keys on one page, and then it actually even certainly how the design might be on another. So let's just find, yeah, let's do that for example. So let's do that one for example. Can't get right. So there we go. That's what I did. Is I snipped the picture, put the floss key, and then did the chart. And as I said, still have the well, I've done with the DVD, but I've still got it somewhere. I think it's in my stitching box upstairs. Anyway, so I put that together. It's something I've been meaning to do. I mean, I did this back in January or February. Sat down and just spent an entire day at the laptop. Just so yeah, what else? Seed beads for the Viscorni. Little kit I picked up in Hobbycraft. It's quite cute. This drum can have beads. I'm not doing French knots. I found these in a charity shop. They're just little metal frames and they're reflecting really badly, but they're basically, I think they're meant as fridge magnets. So they're just kind of little metal frames, and I just thought, do you know what? I'm going to see if I can take them out and right, we're going to try this. So all their bags are just little slid-in magnets. So I figured they've got glass in as well. No, it's plastic. Anyway, I'm going to give them a go. I figured I could put some cross stitch in the back of them and finagle it in there somehow. So I bought those. I also picked up this print because I love giraffes and I thought he was fun. And it's a proper sealed print, which clearly somebody's been given for a present and didn't like it. So, but I love it. I think he was great. So there you go. And I popped him on the top of his, on an easel at the top of here until I get a frame for him. It fell off the other day just because I think the stand wasn't quite out properly and nearly hit hubby who was sat here. What else have I bought? And the two skeins of DMC. And then my cross stitcher. So that's the cross stitcher kit this month. There's a card. I was hoping it was going to be perforated, like a fully stitched perforated paper, but it isn't. It's stitch on Ada and stick it down. But hey ho. It's quite cute. I actually quite like that scene. So it might actually become an ornament rather than a card. And that's the last piece of the doodah. So that'll make a really nice ornament. So I should be adding and it does come with the bells as well. So you can see just one of the bells. No, you can't because it's all shiny. One of the bells in there. That's the trouble when you've got a package inside a package inside a package. So is it really? Yeah, it is a package inside a package inside a package. That's crazy. Cross stitcher, that's a bit excessive. Sorry, crinkling. Yeah. Yeah, so the bells are actually in a packet in the packet. Right then, so this month's Cross Stitch magazine, this is issue 351. There we go. So there's a nice close-up of the card. So what's the design size? 50 by 33? No, 51 by 33. That's not a bad ornament size, to be honest. And I showed you the cross stitcher style. There's the contents page. There's a bit of a close up. Is that this month? Yeah. There we go. Right then. So apparently angels are on trend. The stitching with just oh come on Kerry. Motivational word, there we go, is create this week. It's really quite a nice one. The usual offers and things from Willow Fabrics. Oh, I do like those hangers though. I am very tempted by those. Poinsettia, which is actually a really pretty one. There's a lot of stitching in that though. Not a bad thing, but 3 or 4. Oh, no, that's actually. I say that it's 3 colours. I think it's because there's so much backstitch over the top. It makes it hard to see the colours. There's the reindeer. Quite like those. I'll tell you who it's by when I get there. That's Maria Diaz. If it's summer down under, there we go. Christmas tree made of beachwear, there we go. I like that. Tis the sea sun. Very clever. Baby's first Christmas bib. That's a Doreen Jones. That's also a Doreen Jones kind of Santa. The Savvy Stitcher is a muggle thing. And we've also got tags and perforated in the perforated boxes, and also some 3D Christmas trees and how to make them. Festive sampler. I do like these samplers that the cross stitcher have been doing. They're really nice to be able to stitch just part of it. Jars full of cheer, so jars, and these are stitched. These are by Amanda Butler and stitched on perforated paper. More legs. This is clearly a thing. Those are by Doreen Jones. We've got a Robin alphabet. I think next month's Christmas trees or something like that. Skip through 4 or 5 pages. They really do give, and it has the numbers as well. Yep, Christmas trees next month. We've got part 2 of 12 Days of Christmas. So it's from 6 swans are swimming to 12 drummers drubbing. An interview with Lieutenant Colonel Neil Stace, who was in the Sewing Bee. So any of you who may have watched the Great British Sewing Bee a few years ago might remember him. And he's done basically lots of charity work, all involving legal work. Wreath. Christmas cards. Oh, there we go. They're quite cool. I quite like those. I quite like the idea of using that reindeer ribbon or trim that you can get. Christmas street stitch along the last page, like the last section of that too. So the 6 shops overall. The last Cinderella is the last part of the fairy tale salvated over the year. And that's, I'm sure it says somewhere. If you needed back issues, yeah, Willow Fabrics have got the stuff, and they're starting a new one next year. What else we got? That's about it. And then next month, ice skating and a calendar. I do like the little desk calendars actually. It's just, I don't tend to stitch from them, but it's just nice to have. Some stitchy something on my desk at work. Okay, so let's move that out. Giveaways. I feel like I've missed a whole chunk, but at 25 minutes well, let's face it, I just talk a lot. Right, so we have some winners. The tags are going to Beatty in Germany. I've got your address, I'll get those in the post next week. Margaret Sherry Mel, so home to you. And Stephanie Johnson won the penguin kit. So Stephanie, can you email me your mailing address? Because I'll probably, and I hope you see this, because I will probably forget to comment on your comment, because I'm like that. Right, this week, we have got an advent calendar, Tatty Teddy advent calendar. So there's that. This will be coming folded like that, because I think when I pulled it out, I think it was already creased, so I'm guessing that's how it came. Bear with me a second. Oh, and there is a Margaret Sherry pair of kits of some hedgehogs. I'd like to stitch the hedgehogs. I'd like to stitch the advent calendar. There we go. And there is a snowman partial bauble kit, because I seem to have rubbed out the plastic canvas. So there's threads and the charts in there, so I'd like to stitch the snowman. So that brings us to the end. Did I say I said plan to Biscorners? That's the plan, Biscorners. That's about it. So having that look around. It's that just finishing the video, look around. Have a great stitchy fortnight, friends, and I will... Oh, birthday Sal. As it's my birthday next week, stitch on something you've stitched on for somebody else's birthday, or that you started for my birthday last year and didn't finish. So if you did some black work, stitch on that. Just celebrate birthdays. So I'll slap a hashtag on the screen, and have a great stitchy fortnight, friends, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye. Thanks for watching my channel. Thank you for all the lovely comments you leave me, for the likes and the subscriptions. It really does mean a lot, and it makes it all worthwhile. Happy stitching!